like, you know, most of my females, which is the majority of what I get, you know, as far as interns. I've got one female intern that she's bribing him with Oreo cookies, so he's not getting extremely aggressive with her, but, you know, of course, he gets very growly. Now, he was found near Atlanta. Somebody opened the back door, and there he was.
Wow. In Atlanta?
Atlanta, well, actually Gwinnett County, which is right next to Atlanta.
We have friends in Gwinnett County.
Yeah, and my vet estimated that he was between 2 and 3 years old. He had not been neutered, which means that he was probably looking for a mate. He escaped whoever had him. He got out of the pen, and Mother Nature propelled him to go find a mate. And of course, I don't think he, in Gwinnett County, which he probably was not going to have successful. So he got caught by the Gwinnett County Animal Patrol, and luckily they did, you know, it's illegal to have wolves and wolf dogs in Georgia. So luckily they called me instead of the Department of Natural Resources, or he would have been a goner. But he's a beautiful boy, and he was exceptionally friendly with everybody until we put him in with a female, and then he got pretty territorial. I know that. Yeah.
Oreo cookies. You don't make chocolate cookies.
Yeah.
I thought that chocolate.
Well, a whole bunch will. You know, if the poodle ate the 5-pound box of chocolate, he died. If you would have given him 1 or 2 pieces, he'd be all right. We don't make a habit of doing it. This one has this one has a tremendous sweet tooth. Now, wolves and bears have a common ancestor. What do bears like to eat in the woods? Berries. So they've got a common ancestor. Wolves have sweet receptors, also sour, bitter, so they can taste these things. So they like sweet. This is why you know, with the caramels, the kids that came up, they got to feed Kamazia caramel. You know, we keep caramels in there. So our volunteers, when they go around, they got a pocket full of caramels. You can carry a big pocket full of caramels, and they can, you know, give treats to the wolves. We don't do this continually every day, but I usually do it when I have the volunteers here. It also, you know, it makes the guys a little bit more friendly towards the volunteers. Yes, he's growling. Yeah. He gets all growly. Now, you know, if you got even closer, he would, with all these kids, he would get all even more upset. One time, it used to be when I got him a little bit closer, he would really go, he'd start doing that. But, you know, the last time I tried to do that last year, I got the kid a little closer, and all of a sudden he's like snarling. I'm going, oh, not good. You know, so we're not doing that anymore. You know, we don't want to scare the little kitties. So he got a little snarky. So now Sabrielle, she'll run down to the bog. The pin's way down. This is our only. When I got here, I bought enough fencing to give everybody a large enclosure, but unfortunately, we never got enough funding or enough volunteers at one time to be able to wreck them. So, you know, it's really hard to, and metal fencing has got to be, you know, we've bought some, and we've scavenged other, and, you know, you do what you can to expand and give them as large. You know, we've got decent sized enclosures. I wish they were all like this. Yeah. But, you know, so Loki, I've got to stop and remember, he's been here probably a good 5-6 years, maybe longer. I got to stop and think. I can't remember. But, you know, he came when he was about 2 or 3, and he's got some of the guys, he'll sit there and lick their faces. He'll roll over for them.
What, this one?
Yes. He loves some of the guys I've had up here that have interned. He's not been crazy about a couple. Now, if I could get him to, I don't have any goodies. If I could get him to stand up. What?
Video. Oh, there you go. He's beautiful.
I got everybody on video. Oh, cool. Including me.
Oh, great. He sounds so cool. He does sound like Dad's car.
He sounds like that.
Sounds like Dad. He doesn't sound angry to me, just like our dog goes. You said, you know, it's like Jersey and Dexter when they're playing. Listen, he's telling us. Yeah.
Now he likes, for some reason, everybody else does come down and they'll say, well, why is she in this little pen? And she's got the big, see the door back there? He can go in and out any minute he likes. He likes to lay on the concrete for some reason. Don't tell me why. It's cooler in the summer, but in the wintertime, of course, I just put some straw down. But in the wintertime, he's still on this concrete, which I'm not happy about because, of course, that's a harder surface for him. But it does keep his nails, sort of trimmed and everything else. Down. But he is a big boy. If he stood up, you could see really, now in the wintertime, they'll get really huge rust and very intense coats. If you came back here in like in January and February, they'd look almost like another half size bigger because they'll get intense coats. And of course, with wolves, they have a double coat. It keeps them warm. You've got to stop and think. They can survive up in Canada, Alaska, and the Arctic, and everything else from the intensity of their coats. And when I tell you that we'll take the shed and send it off to Hex in Salem, it's what they we call it blowing their coat in the summertime when the summer heat hits.
Shedding.
All that shedding comes out. But it's more than just the shedding. It's you'd think we slaughtered lambs up here because it's just it looks like white little fluff everywhere. So they get a pretty intense coat that keeps them warm. I usually put straw in the houses, but most of the time, if it snows, I'll find them laying out in the snow.
It probably feels nice.
Yeah, and we're not, we're in North Carolina. We're not going to get near the temperatures like even in this, Minnesota, which gets umpteen below, and Minnesota probably has the largest wild wolf population in the United States right now. So, they've got intense coats. So he is. I should have brought some goodies so he'd stand up, but, he's going to grumble. This is his territory.
Oh, he sounds so cool.
I'm glad there's a fence.
I'm trying to get him to make more sound. But sometimes he'll hop. He'll literally, when he starts barking, it's not a yes, tell him, complain. That's awesome. It's like a huff.
Yeah.
It's like, I'm going to huff and puff and blow your house down, kind of. It's a huffy bark.
It's very impressive.
It's like dog's tail on hiding.
Yeah, boy.
That's really funny because he just sits here and mouths off sometimes.
Sounds like Dad's
everybody.
He's got stories and woes to tell.
Singing a song or something distracting.
Oh, time to scratch. Oh, yep.
He is a big
Time to
dog.
scratch. Time to scratch. You gonna get up? You gonna get up? Yeah, you have a little bit more trouble getting up. He's getting up there in age too.
Oh,
But you can see, size-wise, he's a good sized boy. Now, most male wolves average between 90 and 130 pounds. People have, I think one of the largest recorded ones that was shot. It's been about 160 pounds average timber wolf. So you can get some really large timber wolves, and I've heard up to timber wolves getting up to 200 pounds. Go ahead, howl with them.
Remember when we howled at the moon?